Hello, once again, guys. Welcome back to another episode. This episode, I'm going to be showing you how to instantly level up any player. I would like to start with a warning first. This could help you enjoy the game a lot more, especially if you're struggling. However, it could ruin your experience of enjoying the game by making the game too unbalanced. You will be too overpowered, and there is a possibility that you will stop enjoying the game. So I would advise you to start a new save game, a new career mode for this. That way you do not ruin whatever campaign you have going on right now. So I'd just like to warn you that this will kill the balance in the game. So use it with caution. So ensure before you start anything, ensure that you have in-game editor active. Okay, so when you launch a new game, ensure that prevent use of in-game editor is unchecked. That way this FM in-game editor will be active. So I'm managing Chelsea right now, and so we have a number of players we could choose to instantly level up. So especially the hot prospects, like okay, this game is not updated. Mason Mount is still at Chelsea. Kai Havertz is still at Chelsea. Pulisic is still at Chelsea. I have not yet updated the new database. So let's see Mikhailo Modric first. You could do this for any player. You could do it for what you hope to be your entire starting lineup. So if I add the under 21 squad as well, I could actually make the decision and say this coming season I want Slolina to be my top goalkeeper, my number one first choice goalkeeper. He's 18 years old, American. He has decent potential. So with the in-game editor, when you come here, edit player attributes, here is where you will be changing these two: current ability and potential ability. So his absolute potential ability is 147 out of 200. So if I tried to change his current ability, that means his ability right now at this moment in the game, I cannot go beyond his potential ability. So you see, if I try and put 200, it will refuse because his maximum is 147. So if I turn this into 147 right now and I press OK, you will see his reports. The coach summary here will have changed. Okay, if I want him to be like absolute full potential, you have to change his potential ability first to 200 and then change this to 200 as well. Now you see what will happen here. It has 5-starred both his potential ability and current ability. He's being described by the coach as a star player. So you do that. Look for whoever you want to be your right back. Suppose it's Reece James. Select that, edit player attributes. His absolute potential is 170, and you see he's playing very close to his potential. So if I change this to 200 and change this as well to 200, now you see he's full 5-star and he's considered a star player who could still improve. Why they say he could still improve is because this statistics, all these attributes will not have changed to what they need to be. Okay, I will change a couple more players. So again, if you're managing Chelsea, you could change Badiashile, you could change for Fofana, you could bring back Levi Colwill from his loan and do that for him as well. You could do that for Ian Matson, and that way your entire back line. Okay, if you want to retain Cesar Spilicueta in the team, perhaps you do not wish to sell him, you could do the same for the older players as well. Perhaps so as Piliqueta is 32 years old, when you start FM23, if you want to still keep him as a key player for your team, you could do that for him as well. Edit attributes. So his potential is 165 and his current ability is 148. So I can change this again to 200, change this to 200, change it to 190. But since we want to instantly max, we will put that at 200 and then okay. And now he's a star in his prime years. Change this to 5 stars. And with that he can still play for a few more years. You could have that for Chukwuemeka. Edit player attributes, 200. Instantly 5-star. He's now being described as a wonderkid. Do the same for Armando Broya. Okay, look at his statistics right now. Everything 15, 14 and a lot of 8s and 7s. Not very good. He's still described as a wonderkid. However, and look at this coach summary. He's rated 2-star current ability, 2-star, 3-star potential ability. Change this. He's very close to his max. Okay, we want to change this to 200. If you do this during preseason, it doesn't affect change immediately. I think it takes like a couple of weeks, in-game couple of weeks. So I may have to go on vacation for 2 weeks, then we come back and see it. There is another way you can do this where it's way more instant than this. Let's use Madueke for example. Okay, Madueke his potential is 161. I can change this to 200 and let me leave this one for now. I'll show you another way where you can instantly upgrade. This one you'll be upgrading the attributes that you want to upgrade. So he's a right winger. His best role is as an inside forward. This highlights show you which are the crucial attributes for him as an inside forward attack. You see, it will have different highlights for inside forward support. So with support, he needs vision added, but for attack, no vision. Okay, so we want him to be a goal scorer. We can the ones in blue are the more crucial ones, and then this ones are the secondary important attributes. So if we change, we can if you click the in-game editor and just use start editing, then you can make him to be extremely fast. The maximum of all these attributes are 20, and you see what happens with the recommended ability. Once I change his long shooting to 20, comes up to 151. I change his passing, comes to 153. I change his composure to 20, change his anticipation to 20. You see it keeps going up. It's now at 161. Acceleration usually increases quite a bit. You see, from 161 to 172. Okay, so again, maybe you need to be careful with that. Maybe you do not want acceleration to be that high. So I could bring it down to 15, just so that I have enough points to go around. Finishing, let's say 18. Dribbling 20, because he's an inside forward. We want him to be able to easily dribble and cut in from the right. Flair 20, but flair doesn't usually affect the recommended current ability. Technique 20, so that when he can strike the ball quite well. Off the ball movement 20. You see, adjusting all this as an inside forward, maybe you would want him with some crossing ability so that he has some in-swinging crosses. Tackling is not important. However, maybe in case of a penalty shootout, it's always important to have your attacking players to be good penalty takers, in case you end up in a situation where you're in a penalty shootout. So we could put 17. A penalty taking doesn't really affect that much. I could max it at 20. Sorry for that. Okay, so jumping, maybe increase it a little bit so that he'll be getting opportunities in the far post, and just continue teamwork. Maybe you want him to be more of a team player. 15 work rate, 15 vision. Maybe you want him to be a little bit, if you're playing a gegenpress, you'd want somebody to have a high aggression so that they'll be able to press a lot more viciously. Stamina, just until you get to 200. Right now we've gone from 139 to 190. So just to finish that, maybe we want to give him some free kick abilities and maybe a corner kick abilities. Actually, we could max these ones and free kick. So he'll be our primary free kick taker, crossing corners, maybe increase crossing to improve his corner ability. Bravery 20 and determination 20. Okay, so let me increase a little bit of his acceleration just to get it up to 200 exactly. So now recommended current ability is 200. With here you can edit this to 200. Actually not, you should edit it to 200 and then stop editing. If it, in case it refuses, there is a possibility it can refuse. Okay, when if it refuses to go all the way up to 200, just stop editing, go to edit player attributes and ensure his potential ability is 200, because it cannot, current ability cannot get to 200 if it's capped at 150. Let me show you an example. Let me take it back to 139, the original, and then 150 potential. So if I was editing and I try and put 200, it would refuse. But so come change this to 200 and then 200 and then okay, and then stop editing. That's it. So we've instantly leveled him up by specifically choosing which areas of the game we want him to be strong at. And there you could also edit these ones to make him way more important to you in important matches. Improve his consistency is at 9, which is really low. You can bring it up to 20 or 15 or 17, whatever it is. Professionalism, you could increase all of these. And okay, so I will forward this a couple of weeks just so that we see what it will do for the other players. Let me add one more. Let me add this Malik to 200 as well, and then 200. Okay, so note this, not all of these are really, really poor attributes, extremely low, but we will see what will happen to him in a couple of weeks. I'll just quickly skip through this and we'll see how it turns out. And we are back. It took a while, longer than I expected, around 3 weeks, but let's see how Malik is doing with his stats. Look, so they've all adjusted to his current ability now of 200, and you see, not bad, like from his 8s and 7s and 6, now he's at 14, 13, 13, 13, 12. So this game, if you do not prioritize where you want the new statistics to go, you could end up with this situation where he's getting he's a winger, but he's getting tackling of 11, which you may not need or want. His marking is 13, his long throwing is 12. So these are statistics you really don't need. Free heading of 11, this is actually unnecessary. His positioning, not necessary. And as you can see, his acceleration is 20, which is good. However, acceleration, as we've seen, takes quite a chunk of his ability. So if we reduced this to 15, it immediately frees up about 12 points in his current ability. So I would recommend maybe picking what you want for each position. This guy is a winger. If you want him to score goals as an inside forward, these attributes that are highlighted are what you need to change. If you want him to be a traditional winger support, these are what you focus on, and then the others are just bonuses depending on how versatile you'd like him to be. And let's look at the other players. Let's look at the goalkeeper, Slolina. So Slolina has really, really good stats. As a goalkeeper, he definitely needs all these three. His one-on-ones is okay. His reflexes are really good. If you can get some of these down, like his acceleration, okay, especially if he's going to be a traditional goalkeeper, you do not want that much acceleration. You could reduce that and then put some more points on his handling, for example, or his kicking. And yeah, that's Lolina. Let's look at Reece James. This is Reece James. You see, excellent technique, excellent tackling, excellent heading, free kick taking, fast touch, crossing. Most of his mental attributes he's doing really well. Strength is 20, balance. Like this is a really, really decent player. Let's see which other defender. Let me do that. Azpilicueta is back to his prime. You see, look at all these amazing stats. Although these are okay, aside from this makes him extremely versatile. Like he can play across the back now with his high crossing and his high tackling and marking. He can play both as a centre back and a full back. So his work rate, teamwork. But he's back to his prime. With this, he can go on for as long as you would like him to go for. Literally, Chukwuemeka, first touch. These stats are really good. So this is how you instantly level up a player. You have the two ways that I've just shown you. One where you do it manually yourself, or two, just allow the game to balance everything out. One last trick. There is a way you could instantly level all these guys to 20. Okay, everything to 20. Everything to 20. So it's gone way beyond this what the current ability is. Essentially, you're creating somebody who can play in any position in the outfield. Okay, even the ones he doesn't need. Okay, so Chukwuemeka right now is the best player in the game. If I turn all of these to 20, I would highly discourage you from doing this. I will show you, but I highly discourage it, especially if you want to do it across your entire team. So when you do all of that, make everything 20, and ensure this is 200. Stop editing. You see, this is like the perfect he's essentially perfect. Okay, if you go on in about 3 weeks, what happens is all of this will balance themselves out to bring it back to 200, because as it is now, if there was a range, if this range could go beyond 200, it would probably get to 2000 probably. So how do you maintain this beyond the eventual rebalancing by the game? Because this game is set in a way that it rebalances itself. You can freeze all of these attributes to make sure that they never drop despite being way over 200. So you come back to the in-game editor and freeze, click on this freeze attributes. So with this, freeze attributes is checked. It doesn't matter what happens, his stats will never, as long as this is checked, it will never come below 20 again. Same with the older players. If you're happy with so let's look for the oldest player. It should be Thiago Silva. So Thiago Silva has this, and his current ability is at 168. Eventually you can see he's already declining. You could freeze his attributes as well, and he shall remain like this until he retires. Or you could decide to make him faster, instantly make him faster. Okay, and stop editing. While freeze attributes is remaining, he'll never lose speed, he'll never lose acceleration, and again, you can do it for all the players. This will not stop him from retiring. Be wary of that. It will not stop him from retiring. He'll still retire when he's supposed to retire. And there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned. If you learned something, like, comment, subscribe to the page for more. I'll be showing you more tips and tricks for how to better enjoy Football Manager. Again, I want to clarify that if you do what I've done with Chupo Maker for all of your players, you will not enjoy this game. It will make the game extremely uncompetitive. You will enjoy it for a while, and then it's too easy. So be careful with how you use the in-game editor. With much power comes great responsibility, I guess. So bye guys.